Dirk Niblick of the Math Brigade.
Hello.
Well, who could this be? Who else do I know who sounds like this? Well, you're right. I knew it was you all along, Mommy dearest. I was just funning you. Oh, I see. You were just calling to tell me to remind our viewers to stay tuned for another exciting challenge on Square One Square. Yes, it is a wonderful game show, and it's coming up in just a few ticks. I love Square One Squares. In fact, I love squares. Yes, I am well qualified. I wonder what she meant by that.
Have you kids ever gone on a safari? No? Well, safari so goody. We're going to take a magical safari, and we're going to see lots of different animals, but I, through mystical powers, will make you select my favorite animal. I have my favorite animal on this card. Now, it works like this. This is a map of our safari. See the animals? Well, they aren't really animals, just drawings of them. Now, this is a low-budget show, and cleaning up after some of these guys would take weeks. Now, I want you to pick a number between 5 and 15. For our demonstration, let's use the number 11. When you count, do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so forth. Now, come up to the television screen. Come on, right up to the screen. It won't hurt you. Come on, now. Now, put your finger on the arrow right here. Put it right here. Now, begin to count from 1 until you get to 11. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now start with 1 on the animal your finger is on and count in the other direction the same number that you counted before. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so forth. Now let's do it. Pick any number between 5 and 15. It doesn't have to be 11, so pick any number at all. Let's start counting it out, beginning with the black arrow. Begin to count from 1 until you get to your number. I'll count with you up to 5, and then you keep going. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going till you get to your number. Now, when you get to your number, stop. Keep your finger there. Okay, everyone finished counting? Now count in the other direction the same number that you just counted. Now start with 1 on the animal your finger is on. Ready? Do it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Now I'm going to make all the animals disappear except the one you have your finger on. Now, if we've all counted correctly, we're here. And here is the prediction. You all landed on the pig, didn't you? Well, just like I said, isn't that a magic safari? It works every time. No matter which number between 5 and 15 you pick. So let's pick a different number and try it again. Count from the arrow until you reach your number and then stop, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Everyone finished counting? Now, start there and count back to your number. Okay? Go. 1, 2, 3. Keep going. Have you done it? Are you ready? Okay. Where did you end up this time? You're right on the pig again, aren't you? Now, you can make one of these safaris at home. All you need are 4 arrows and a bunch of animals or objects as long as there are more than 5. Take one more look at the map and then make one of your own. Okay? Well, goodbye for now, but remember, you'll see me later.
Hi, I'm Reggie Cathy, and welcome to Square One Squares, the game show where you separate mathematical facts from fiction. And now let's meet the host of our show, our own super square up and away with Larry Cedar.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Square One Squares. I'm really glad to have you here today. Today we're going to find out whether you can tell the difference between mathematical truth and mathematical fiction. But before we get started, I would like you to meet my assistant, the wonderful, the exciting Cynthia Darlow. And our players for today from Square One TV, Louisa Lashin and Beverly Mickens. How you guys doing? Hi, good to have you here. Oh, no. Now let's meet our contestants. Representing red today is Ayana. How are you today?
Fine,
I understand you like to collect stamps.
Yeah.
Is that like postage stamps and different diagrams on them?
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun. That's great. Some of them are beautiful. And representing blue is Steven. How are you?
Fine.
Now, you don't have stamps. I bet you like baseball cards, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite one? Like Hank Aaron, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Sure. All right, well, let's go on to the game. I'm glad to have you here. We'll talk about the rules. Here's how we play. The object of the game is to get 3 squares in a row, just like tic-tac-toe, either vertically, horizontally, or diagonally. Now, to kick things off, we're going to give away the middle square. That's called the wild square. It can be used by either blue or red at any time during the game. Here's how we play. I'll ask you to pick a square. I will then ask our players a mathematical question. Now, one of them is going to answer with the truth. However, one of them will answer with a bluff. It's up to you to determine which of them is telling the truth, okay? All right, now before the game we flipped a coin. Who won the toss?
I did.
Ayana, okay, here you go. Pick a square.
F.
S is your choice, and here we are. Our first question is a video question, so keep your eye on the monitor. I want you to look closely at this grid. Now, here's the question. How many squares are there? All right? Beverly, your answer.
Okay, I see 14 squares.
Okay, and Louisa, your answer.
9 squares.
14 and 9. There's your answers, Ayana, for the first square of the game. Good luck to you. Who's telling the truth?
Beverly.
You said Beverly. Will the real truth teller please stand up? Absolutely right. Very good. All right, that gets the red square. Sensational. Beverly, that was kind of hard to see. Can you tell me how you came up with that answer?
Yeah, that's right. The first 9 are obvious. But here are 4 larger squares. Here, 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 and here. And that makes 13. And here's 1 big square, too, and that makes 14.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beverly. So, Ayana, you kind of saw that. Good. Very good. All right, Stephen, it's your turn. Pick a square.
I'll take V.
V. Good move, because that'll block the 2 in a row here Ayana has. All right, and V is the choice. Here's the second question. We have 8 people that are going to a rock concert. Take a look at Cynthia over there. Now, you'll notice they're missing their hair. Huh. Well, we'll get on to that. Here's what's going on. 6 of them actually have blue hair. 4 are wearing sunglasses. All right? Now, what is the smallest number who have blue hair and sunglasses, okay? 6 of these people will have blue hair. 4 are wearing sunglasses. What's the smallest number who have blue hair and sunglasses? Now, we're going to ask Louisa for her answer first.
Well, Stephen, this is kind of a tough question, but I think at least 2 of them have blue hair and sunglasses because 6 plus 4 is 10, but you only have 8 people in all.
Thank you, Louisa. And Beverly, your answer.
Stephen, see, I think this is a tricky question. Larry didn't give us enough information to answer that, and that's my answer.
Okay, did I give enough information or not? Or is Louisa telling the truth? We just don't know. Stephen, who do you think is telling the truth?
Louisa.
You say Louisa is telling the truth. For the square, will the truth teller please stand up?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely right. Blue gets the square. And that will block Ayana from winning on her next turn, so good move, Louisa. How'd you come up with that answer?
Okay, well, 6 people have blue hair, and Sin is doing that now. And 4 have sunglasses, but there are only 8 people in all. So if both of the people without blue hair have sunglasses, we still have 2 with blue hair and sunglasses. So blue hair, sunglasses, 2 in the middle with blue hair and sunglasses.
There you go. Thank you, Louisa. That makes it very clear. And thank you, Cynthia. You guys are doing so well. I'm so impressed. This is great. All right, let's get on with our next question. Ayana, it's your turn. Pick a square.
You.
You, top right square. Good move. And here is our next question. I'm going to show you something here. Have it hidden in back. This is a special cube. Now, you'll notice this cube has the corner cut off. All right? This is my personal cube here. Now, the other day I dropped it. I'm a little clumsy. And the whole thing unfolded. Now, here's my question. When it unfolded, what did it look like? A or B? Okay, there's the cube. There's your choices. Louisa, what do you think?
Well, I have my own personal cube, too, and I say A is the one.
All right, you pick A. And Beverly, your answer.
Okay, I disagree completely. I know, I feel deep in my heart that B is the one.
Okay, there you got your choices. Here's the cube. Ayana, for the square, which of them is telling the truth?
I'd say Beverly is telling the truth.
Will the truth teller please stand? Absolutely right. There is no stopping you two. You're so sharp with this. All right, Beverly, how did you come up with that answer?
Okay, well, we're going to do a simple demonstration. Louisa, try to fold figure A back into a cube with a corner cut off.
Yeah,
Ha-ha!
Yeah.
Can't do it.
No.
You should excuse the expression, no dice. Now, I will fold figure B. Hey, presto! Hey, one cube, one corner.
Very, very good. Very interesting demonstration. Thank you. Okay, let's move on. Now, this will be Stephen's turn. Here we go. Pick a square.
1.
1, bottom left corner. All right, here is the question. It's a video question, so take a look at your monitor. Now, they hired a new kid over at the Chicken Little Egg Company to take inventory, but he's kind of confused. He doesn't know which is more, 6 dozen or half a dozen. Which of those two is more? Beverly, your answer.
Okay, Stephen, it's really, really easy. 6 dozen is a lot more eggs.
All right.
Really is.
Louisa, your answer.
I think she's bluffing. Half a dozen is the same as 6. So half a dozen is the same as 6 dozen.
Okay, there you have your answers. They both sound so sincere. Stephen, who's telling the truth?
Beverly.
Truth teller, please stand up. Absolutely right again. There's no stopping you two. All right, Blue gets the square. Beverly.
Yes, my lovely fellow cast member got a little confused by all those uses of the word dozen. Half a dozen is the same as 6. So the bottom is only 6 dozen. Now look at the top. 6 dozen. 6 dozen is 72. That's 72 dozen. So 6 dozen is much more than half a dozen.
Great. Thank you, Beverly Ann. Moving on. Here we have a question for Steve. Oh, I'm sorry. We're out of time. We're going to have to calculate our winner based on squares, but since you both have an equal number of squares, it's a tie. You both did a great job. Congratulations. Very, very good. Very good. For playing so well, you're both going to win a Square One TV sweater. There you have it. Beverly's going to show it to you. You did a great job. Our best players today, I think. Fantastic. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, players. Thank you, Reg. We'll see you next time on Square One Squares. Good job.
Gotten a lot of mail in the last few minutes asking me to do another stick puzzle. So I will. Here goes. Pretty impressed so far, huh? Okay, now here's the puzzle. Can you move 2 sticks and have 4 small squares all the same size with no sticks left over? Okay, once again. Get some toothpicks or use sticks like mine. Make this design. Okay, now move just 2 sticks and have 4 small squares all the same size and no sticks left over. Still haven't got it? Here, I'll give you a hint. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you. You're on your own.
Mathman, your mission is to eat only multiples of 5. When you encounter a number, you will have until the count of 3 to make your decision. And beware the ruthless Mr. Glitch. He will eat you if you are wrong.
Mathman. Yep. Mathman. Multiples of 5. Mathman. There's one now.
You're lucky.
Mathman.
Oh,
Okay. Uh-oh. Mathman.
You gotta be faster than that, Mathman.
We are now joining Dancing to Health and Back, already in progress.
So I said to my knees, listen to me please, let's go buy a wheel of cheese. If we don't, we could freeze.
I'm through being your shadow, baby. I quit.
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm quitting.
You can't do that. You're my shadow. You do what I do. Come on, let's go back to work.
Forget it. You can go on dancing your knees off, but not me. There's more to life than 8 counts.
Don't be ridiculous. You're nothing without me.
Oh, yeah? Just watch this.
You're gonna try to challenge me, Debbie Allen? Oh, please. You couldn't step with me if your feet were on fire. Ha! And besides, you're not even suited for the real world.
Are you kidding? I've been everywhere you've been. I've done everything you've done.
That's right. But you're the flat one.
Me? You were the one who was singing.
Ha! Ha ha! I don't mean that kind of flat. I mean flat. You know, flat, two-dimensional. Face it, you can't make it in this world without me, baby.
Two-dimensional.
Right. You've got length and width. 2 dimensions, but I've got 3. I've got length, I've got width, and I've got depth.
So what?
So, it's the 3 dimensions that give me volume, that give me substance, and you have got nothing along those lines.
That means you also have weight.
Ha ha! That's right, and you don't weigh a single ounce. You're 2 dimensions, a 2-dimensional shadow. And you won't last an instant in this world without me. So come on back to work and stop being foolish.
All right, okay, but only on one condition.
Okay, what is it?
No matinees, and I get Tuesdays and Saturdays off.
Okay.
The story you are about to see is a fib, but it's short. The names are made up, but the problems are real.
It was Monday, 11:43 a.m., and the unseasonably warm weather made things so hot, the Los Angeles Kings had to open the hockey season in a giant swimming pool. They lost in overtime. I was working the day watch out of Mathnet. The boss is Thad Green. My partner is George Frankley. My name is Monday. I'm a mathematician. Sergeant Bill Dietrich had asked for our help on a new case. A case that involved an unusual number of stolen automobiles being taken from, in, and around the greater Los Angeles area. We decided to eyeball a couple of scenes from yesterday's show to refresh our memories. Going over the facts is important in problem solving, and we had a big one to solve.
Why are you showing this to us, Bill?
This is a bar graph that indicates car thefts in the greater Los Angeles area for the past 5 years, month by month.
A second graph indicated that car thefts were up, way up.
Just look at this.
What a jump.
In those 2 months, thefts are 295% of what they were for the same period last year.
295%? That's nearly 3 times as many.
We asked Debbie Williams, head of our computer lab, to help.
Something funny is going on, Debbie. I think what we need is to look at the information. It's all stored in a computer in a database.
Database. Good. I was hoping we'd be able to use a computer software program that allows us to store all kinds of information and organize and reorganize it so it can be retrieved selectively. Weren't you, Kate?
More than anything in the world. Be more specific.
Right. Maybe there's a pattern. Can you analyze the reports and look at when the cars were stolen?
Where they were stolen.
What makes?
What years?
We got Debbie started on the problem, and were called to meet Bill outside the office.
You wanted to see us, Bill?
Yes, George, Kate. How's the investigation going?
Debbie's crunching some numbers for us.
Tell her to add 1. Oh? My car has just been stolen.
Your car was stolen, Bill?
You don't see it, do you?
Maybe it wasn't purloined by criminals. You know, swiped.
You have a better explanation based on the facts, do you, George?
Maybe it was towed away by the police for being left in a no parking zone.
Okay, I paid the fine. Now I have to go get the car.
Sorry, Bill.
Oh, it's my own fault. No excuse for parking in a tollway zone. I was in a hurry and didn't realize that I had done it.
How much they soak you, Willie?
George.
Can you deduct the fine from your taxes?
George.
All right, all right. Thanks for the ride. I'm going back to the office.
See you later, Sergeant Dietrich.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Okay, no problem. Oh, excuse me. I'm just upset. It's my car.
You have a car? I mean, you're so young.
I'm 16 years old.
And you have a car?
I had a car. It was my mother's, and now it's gone.
Your mother's car was stolen?
No, it was towed away. And wouldn't you know?
Uh-huh.
It was the first time I ever got to drive it alone.
And you just got your license. What's your name?
Lisa. My mom let me take her car to go shopping. When I came out of the store, it was being towed away by a police wrecker.
Seems to be a lot of that going around.
Sir?
Nothing. So did you pay the fine and get the car back?
That's just it. They can't find the car. They say they didn't take it.
Then they probably didn't.
But they did. I saw it being towed. I ran after the wrecker but couldn't catch it.
Lisa, I'm George Frankley. This is Kate Monday. We're with Mathnet. We'll see if we can help you get to the bottom of this. You say you saw your mother's car being towed away, Lisa?
Uh-huh, that's right. And I even wrote down the wrecker's number.
317. Well, this should help us.
I'll call the traffic division.
My mother is going to be mad, and I don't blame her. This is the first time I get to drive alone, and this has to happen.
I'm sure your mother will understand, Lisa.
Hi, Phil. It's Kate Monday. Fine, thanks. Phil, can you get a list of all the cars your wrecker number 317 towed away today? Sure, I'll hold. They're checking in it. Yes? Are you sure? Okay, thanks. Lisa, LAPD doesn't have a wrecker by that number.
But I saw it with my own eyes.
Sometimes the eyes can play tricks on us.
I was sure it was 317.
Lisa, I'll get one of our people to drive you home. And if we come up with anything on your car, we'll be in touch.
But I want to help. Do you have all the information you need?
We've got everything, Lisa.
Don't you need my driver's license?
It's on file, Lisa.
But you want the registration number.
It's in our database, Lisa.
What about the pink slip?
It ain't necessary, Lisa.
Good luck, Lisa. We'll be in touch.
Poor kid. Remember the first time I got to drive alone? Backed the car right out of the garage without opening the door. What a funny sound.
I've got some info for you, Mathnet. Terrific, Teddy. Anything unusual?
I've checked car thefts in all precincts, and they show the same pattern.
What does that mean?
We have a problem that is citywide.
What else?
Here's a graph comparing some car makes. The blue bars represent average car thefts between January and June.
And the pink?
Average car thefts for July and August. The letters represent different makes of cars. A is Ferrari. Not much difference, right?
Go on.
B is Porsche. Again, not much difference.
I rode in a Porsche once. It went fast.
C is for BMW. Again, no significant difference.
Martha's sister has a Beamer. I've never ridden in it.
We do find a big difference in two makes. Cadillacs and Lincolns. The rest seem to be relative.
Cadillacs and Lincolns. Expensive cars.
Yes, but so are those high-performance sports cars.
Right. So maybe price isn't a factor. I even checked the colors of cars stolen.
Find anything?
No. The colors don't tell us anything. They just show an overall increase in theft, but no one color is being ripped off out of proportion to any other color. Look at this. Theft by model.
Four-door cars are up.
And station wagon thefts.
And RVs and truck thefts. There might be something there. Here's some raw figures. Last year, about 56,000 cars were stolen in our area.
Wow.
If we divide that figure by 12, we get a monthly average.
About $4,700 each month, on average.
And if we divide that by 4, we get about 1,200 cars per week. And if we divide that by 7, we get 170 cars per day. And if we divide that by 24, we get 7 cars per hour. And if we divide that by 60, well, a lot of cars are being swiped, average-wise.
There are a few more cars stolen in the summer, probably because they're more accessible.
Right. People go to the beach, outdoor concerts, ball games.
Right. And remember this. Here are the figures for the past 2 months of this year. About 13,000 cars were stolen in each of the last 2 months, July and August.
That's amazing.
Anything else unusual, Debbie?
I think so. If you were going to steal a car, when would you do it?
I guess I would wait till it got dark.
Uh-huh, me too. Why?
Look. No significant increase between midnight and 8 a.m. or from 4 p.m. to midnight. But look at 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. A huge increase during the day, Monday through Friday. They don't seem to work weekends.
What do you make of that?
You got me.
8 to 4, Monday through Friday. Maybe all the car thieves formed a union and won't work overtime. Sorry.
Here's something else, Mathnetters. Usually LAPD recovers about 8 out of 10. % of the automobiles which were stolen.
That's pretty good.
But in the past 2 months, our recovery rate has dropped to about 3 out of 10. 30%.
That's interesting. But
what?
Well, what does it mean?
It means that almost 20,000 cars have disappeared from the streets of Los Angeles in the past 2 months.
Right off the face of the earth.
100%